Good afternoon, everybody. Episode 4, series The True Source of Power, Genius, Freedom, and Self-Leadership. And this episode is called Breaking the Pattern. Let's dig in. Patterns are very powerful, and they shape our habits, our decisions, and our futures. And the truth is, most of us are living out patterns we didn't even choose unknowingly. I know I've done it. And a couple little things I'm doing now that I'm wiping out. But think about it. How many times have we promised ourselves, this year is going to be different. I'm going to change. I'm going to get this done. I'm going to do this over here, only to find ourselves back in the same situation, the same mindset, and the same results. That's not laziness. It's programming. Patterns are like invisible scripts written into our subconscious. You don't even notice that they're running, these programs. They're just kind of there, right? And they dictate almost everything that you do. So here's the thing. Thoughts are not passive. Thoughts carry energy. Every repeated thought builds a momentum like water carrying a stone. Over time, your thoughts become grooves in the mind, and you walk those grooves without even realizing it. That's why people feel stuck in the mud, you know that saying, not because they lack willpower, but because their patterns are stronger than their awareness. Because I know like a lot of successful people that, they lack in, other things, but they're strong in other ways. But here's the good news. The moment you see the pattern, you're no longer just living inside it. You're observing it. You have to observe it. Not absorb it. You have to observe it. You have to look at you and then that other, I call it like, thing. But you have to. You have to look at it like that because you don't want that to, become part of you, right? And once you observe it, you can change it. Remember, we're not going to sweep anything under the rug anymore. We're going to face it. And we're going to pull it out, drag it out, and we're going to look at it. And that old pattern isn't going to get us anymore. We're going to take care of it, and we're going to face it, and we're going to take action. So let's break this down. Let's reflect, and let's expand on this. We're in this together, okay? Think about your daily life. You wake up, you grab your phone, you scroll through some feeds, you have some breakfast, you drive the same route, you react to the same people in the same way. Now, there's neuroscientists, and they've done studies on this, and they say 95% of today's thoughts are the same as yesterday's. Now, I want you to think about that. Now, that says that we're just running on autopilot. So which really means that most of us are not thinking at all. We're just recycling. Boom, 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 you know? Like a dryer, you know, just going around and around and around. To break it, you have to look at it. And you have to see it. And you have to say to yourself, no, no more. I'm not doing that. Or if it's a good habit, you say yes, you know, you're excited about it. But the pattern, you have to see the pattern that is not serving you. And you have to look at it like that. You have to ask yourself questions. Questions are your answers. And you have to say, is this serving me right now? Is it really serving my best self, my best life here? And here's the deeper layer. Every thought is an energy signal, and it's not just an idea floating in your head. It's a vibration and a frequency and a spark that shapes your reality. It's a proven fact that thoughts is what's created everything. That idea was materialized through humans. We think, we have thoughts, and then we create. And this is how the world and the universe operates. If your repeated thought is, I can't, the energy of that thought creates a world where you really can't. If your repeated thought is, I'm unworthy, life will keep echoing unworthiness back to you. Now you are worthy though. And anybody that's ever said that to you, or you say that to yourself, wipe that out. Let's clean that hard drive inside of you right now, this second. You're beautiful. You're worthy of everything in your life. Everything that you want, you can do. And that's really the brutal truth, is your patterns are not just in your mind. They are in your energy field, shaping what you attract and shaping who you become. Once again, I want to bring up the Psycho-Cybernetics book because it's a book from the 70s. And it's so good. And it's, you know, people now today was, it's elementary. No, it isn't. Then why are you suffering? I mean, you know, the moment that like I know my mind becomes like scrambled eggs, like so many, I can't have too much information. Like I got rid of my Twitter account and stuff. It's just way too much. I mean, it's half of it is BS, let's just say. Okay. So I only have like a little bit of information coming in that I pick and choose what I want in my life. What I want to read, who I want to listen to, and that's what I do. And so you have to realize that at every turn, you're shaping your entire life through your thoughts, because they are patterns. And yet, here's the miracle, okay? This is the miracle. The moment you bring awareness to that pattern, the power begins to shift. The moment you bring awareness to that pattern, it shifts. So you say, I'm not doing that. I'm breaking that pattern, cutting it out. Awareness interrupts the autopilot within. It does. I mean, I've caught so many of my patterns, and then I'm like, good Lord, that's a doozy. I was on autopilot. Naming the pattern, okay, exposes it for what it is. A program, not truth. Choosing a new thought starts carving a new groove. One built on freedom and not fear. You got to wipe out that fear. It's a killer. And you got to just go for it. So, expose it. Expose the pattern. Be honest with yourself. The best thing you can ever do in your life is a service honesty. Even when it hurts like hell, and you're like, good God, I've been doing that? And you got to look at yourself, and you got to look in the mirror at yourself too. When you discover something within, you got to be brutally honest with yourself. And then you got to name it. Become aware of it. Because when you name it, you're bringing awareness to it and you're smashing it out. This is why most people never change, because they don't want to look at it. They're trying to force new outcomes while living in the old patterns. They don't want to realize the repeated thoughts are silently creating the same life again and again. We're going to do this. We're not going to allow this to happen anymore. We're going to get the awareness. We're going to see that pattern that's not servicing. It's not serving us. Okay? We're going to name it, and then we're going to get rid of it. We're kicking it out. Okay? But once you see this, you cannot unsee it. And when you decide, I will not keep repeating this thought, I will not keep repeating this energy, that's the moment life begins to change. Because thoughts are powerful. Thoughts create. When you realize that thoughts create, and you actually know that that's the truth, you'll operate differently. They're, they're not harmless, okay? Some thoughts are harmful, and you have to be, you don't want to be on that side of the game, okay? So, mind your thoughts. Mind them. Serve honesty. Service truth. Do it. It's so important. It'll change your life. So, once you see it, like I said, you cannot unsee it. And when you decide, I will not keep repeating this energy, that's the moment that your life begins to change, because thoughts are powerful. They are not harmless. They are the architecture of your reality and your creation and your life. So let's play the what if challenge. So let me ask you, what patterns are running your life right now? The way you always shrink in a room, the way you push away love, the way you give up right before a breakthrough. That's a big one, because a lot of people do. They're right at that breakthrough, and then they just, and they give up. And it was just about ready to go. What if you dared to stop the loop right now? Stop it. What if today, right now, you said, this thought ends here, right now, in this video. This pattern stops with me. Because that one decision, choosing to break the pattern, is the seed of freedom. And here's the truth. The program cannot survive if you refuse to repeat it. You have to refuse to repeat it. So here's the truth. Your thoughts are not harmless. They carry power. Your patterns are not destiny. They are just programs running until you wake up. Okay? Until you wake up. And the moment you see them, you can break them. Wipe them right out. You are already free. You are already a genius. Now let's go out there and make it happen. Thank you. I love you all. And I want to thank you. Spread the news, spread the good news, spread this video to people that you think that may like it. And I will see you on episode 5. And let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Thank you, everybody. Bye.